So in observance of 9/11, we're here at the Central Fire Station in Amarillo, and we'll be going over drills coming up after the break. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Daybreak. So it's 12 years since 9/11 happened, and we're here at the Central Station, the fire station in Amarillo. And I'm here with the firefighters and the captain, Jacob. And can you tell us a little bit about, the differences for the uniforms that you guys have to wear?
Right. Well, we wear, a few different uniforms. The main uniforms you're going to see is usually like firefighter Bell's wearing here. It's going to be the polo shirt with the dark pants, and that's what we consider our station uniform. That's what they're going to wear on the station and when responding to most medical calls.
So this would be for the medical calls, and then for other types of emergencies?
For fires and car wrecks and those types of emergencies, you're going to see us wear the more traditional, what everybody thinks of a fireman wearing when they see us out on the call. It's going to be our bunker gear, and Justin's going to go ahead and slip on his pants here and call these our bunker pants.
The boots, can you explain the equipment, the gear that he's wearing, how to keep them safe?
Right. It's we've got leather boots, and they're going to have steel toes in them and steel shanks in the bottom to keep anything from penetrating through them. Our pants are going to be Nomex. They've got several different layers and liners in them for moisture barriers and to help keep the heat out.
So how warm do you actually feel with that, and plus even in case of a fire?
The more advanced our gear gets, the less heat you actually feel from the fire, which has its benefits and it also has its downfalls, because feeling that heat also helps when you might be getting in trouble. So he's got the vest on, which you're going to see every time they're on a car wreck now. You're going to see them with their vest. Okay,
thank you so much, Jacob, and actually thank you all for everything you do for us. And back to the studio. Hey, Steve, coming up after the break, we'll take it inside the fire truck to show you how the firefighters respond in cases of emergencies. Don't move. Welcome back to Daybreak, and we're remembering 9/11, this tragic event. It's been 12 years since, and now we're here with Jacob, and Jacob is the captain of the Central Fire Station in Amarillo. And Jacob, can you tell us about the equipment that we have here for emergencies?
Yeah, sure. First of all, we're going to just continue on with some of the stuff you put on the first segment. Most of them are going to leave their helmets inside, and then we're going to fires and all that. Everybody's familiar with the big air packs they wear on the back, and that's what's right there behind you with those straps. Right.
Okay.
And they sit down, strap that on, buckle around the waistband, and that's how they get those on to go. We talked about the majority of our calls being medical calls. We do carry a medical bag here, and then also up here on the back of the compartment is going to be our what they call their advanced bag. It's going to have IV setups and stuff like that for more of the advanced medical calls.
Okay, for the medical calls and also for any type of emergencies.
Right, medical emergencies, car wrecks.
And then you have your portable radios here.
Right, everybody on the truck's assigned a portable radio, and each portable radio is specific to the seat at which it sits. So when you key up that radio, the dispatcher can tell you what seat on what truck you're on.
All right, so we've got the helmet over here, and I've got the air pack, and we're ready to take off. You think you need an extra hand today?
Sure, we'll always use an extra hand.
Awesome, thank you so much. Back to Steve in the studio. Coming up, we'll tell you how our firefighters are ready to respond to emergencies like 9/11 on high-rises. Stay tuned, we'll be right back. Welcome back to Daybreak. So we're remembering all the men and women who helped out during the 9/11 tragedy. And I'm here with the captain of the fire department in Amarillo. And Jacob, can you tell us how difficult it is for a fire to respond in the high-rise situations, and what kind of gear you have to wear?
Right. The high-rise situations is a whole different ordeal. We're having to take all of our equipment with us up to wherever the fire might be. In a high-rise situation, in our case, it's going to be anything above the extension of our ladder. So we're talking anything over 5 stories. So basically, they're going to start off the same as we talked about earlier. In the full bunker gear, he's got his air pack on, his helmet, his portable radio, and this is his standard equipment.
We can have him turn around a little bit this way. So
this is standard equipment for our regular fires. Well, our regular house fires, the equipment's right here on the truck. You can go back and forth to get it. We don't have that luxury for a high-rise, so we got to take it with us. And one of the main things we're going to have is the hose, something to move water from the standpipe in the stairway to the fire. So he
show that too.
he put the hose pack on him. We're talking about an extra 40 pounds right here. And then we're going to load him up. He's got to have his
There's a lot of equipment and a lot of pounds.
more air bottles because, you don't have the luxury of just stepping outside and getting a fresh air bottle when you run out of air. You've got to take air with you. And then to top it off, he's going to carry the high-rise bag. And in this bag, it's going to have the nozzle for the hose and the hookups that we're going to hook up to the high-rise so they can advance. And our staging area generally is going to be two stories below wherever the fire floor is. So if we're on the 30th floor over here, he's got to go up 28 flights of stairs with this equipment. And we're talking over 100
pounds. Over 100 pounds, and we have dozens of firefighters here throughout the Panhandle area and about 10 calls per day here in Amarillo.
Right, they're averaging probably 10 to 15 calls per shift out of this station here.
Okay, well, if you guys want to go to the ceremony in the Civic Center, there'll be honor guards and police officers and firefighters as well for 9/11. You can check it out and contact me on Facebook, Pro News 7's Jessica, or email me, jessica@kvii.com for stories you want to see on Daybreak. Back to Steve.